Talia. I'm coming at you today on this Monday, April the 16th. Um, can't believe I remembered that. Um, it's been a little bit since you've seen me, but unfortunately, I haven't had a chance to work on a lot. So you're not going to see a lot. It's probably going to be still a shorter video. I do have some haul to show you though. What you guys would call haul. I don't call my new purchases haul. I call them just stash positions because I used to coupon, and haul in that community means a lot of stuff for a little price. So, I mean, this is just stuff that I've gotten. Um, just remember there's some more right there. Pay no attention to the mess you see behind me. Not my house. There's crap everywhere. I apologize. Roommate is out in the yard doing some stuff, so I figured he'd probably be out there for a little while. So I thought I would take the opportunity to just go ahead and do a little update for you guys. I know I've been thinking about it a lot the last few days. And what are you doing? You are so totally going in and out of focus. I apologize. This thing might go in and out of focus for some reason. I don't know what's going on with it. But I'm still here. I get very self-conscious about people listening, and hopefully he doesn't come in. That give me a little bit more of an opportunity to talk about live stuff at the end. What are you focusing on? That's what I'm trying to figure out. I have no idea. I don't know. Anyway, I'm sorry if this thing's blurry. I apologize. Hopefully we can deal. So, I'm just gonna go ahead and jump right in. I did go ahead and start my April new start. That's a part of the year of starts. As you know, there's certain months that I'm only doing the one start. There are other months where I'm doing multiple starts. April is the month that I'm only doing the one start, or one of the months that I'm only doing one start. And I'm starting, or did start, sorry. I chose April to start this one because it's April is my mom's birthday is in April, and technically it's tomorrow. So yeah, I'm gonna have to wish her a happy birthday. So I'm starting this one. It's Heaven in a Wildflower by Rosewood Manor. And she kind of sort of picked this one out when we were in the local LMS down here. I was visiting and drug her along with me because I really wanted to go. They were having the Super Bowl sale, I think. And so I really wanted to go by there. They were having their Super Bowl sale, and picked out a few things, and I told her, I was like, if you see anything that you like, let me know. She looked around, and I'm looking in the clearance bins, and kind of showed her that pattern, and I was like, oh, that's pretty, set it back down in the clearance bin. Kept thumbing through. She walked around, was looking, and came back. I was like, you didn't see anything you like? She was like, what was that pattern you showed me a few minutes ago? And I went back to it, and I showed her. And she looked at it. She was just sitting there looking at it for a minute or so, and I was like, would you like me to stitch this for you? She was like, yeah. That's how my mom is. So, and that's something else I was going to mention. I've been off the job that I had the last time you saw me. I'm not at that job anymore. I just recently started another job on April the 3rd, so I've only been there like 2 weeks. And last Wednesday, during the shift, one of the girls came up and was telling us that one of the girls that's kind of over me, I guess. She was saying, those of us who were hired after a certain day, that we didn't need to come back until the 17th, which is tomorrow, because they were going to be spending the rest of that week and then probably working on Saturday doing inventory. And I guess us newbies aren't qualified to do inventory. So I've been off work since Thursday, and I don't go back till tomorrow. So I've had a nice long, like, 5-day weekend. It's nice, but I missed the money. I needed the money. So I've been talking too much. So let me show you. Hold on. I was gonna work on this, and I changed my mind. I decided to work on something else. So this is how far I've gotten. I did pretty much most of the text there, and then I started on that row of flowers that's above. I got sick and tired of doing text. So yeah. I had started doing this is the middle point right here where this D is. And I had done these two words, A and world, and I started doing in 2 strands, and then happened to notice in the pattern where I had to do backstitch in 1 strand, and I wasn't really crazy about how the 2 strands was looking, but I wasn't sure about the 1 strand, but I tried it anyway, and obviously I stuck with the 1 strand. It's a little better, but not terribly. And I put this needle minder on there. You're going to notice it was on a different pattern. It was on a different whip, but I changed it. And because this one kind of fits my mom a little bit better because she's a quilter, and I thought that one suited since this is for my mom, I thought it suited it a little bit better. So that's that one. I'm going to leave this on the Q-snap because I might go back and forth and working on it. And then the next thing I worked on oh God, I keep doing this. Okay. So I left my needle again for a second. I pulled out my Coffee Break by Soda Stitch. The Coffee Break by Soda Stitch. And somebody was asking about Soda Stitch, if there's any partial stitches or anything in these. I've done several Soda Stitch ones. I've completed one, and I've got this one and another one on the go, and I have more. But everything I've seen in Soda Stitch, they're only full crosses, and then you have backstitch. Plenty of backstitch in some of them. This one's not so much. But yeah, Soda Stitches are usually just full crosses and backstitch, so they are suitable for Ada. In fact, my other Soda Stitch is actually on 18 count Ada because it's so big. And I want to pull that one out as soon as I can. But this is what I've got done. Pull her up here. And this is that coffee pot that's in the middle, and this is that this is the minder that I changed out. This is the project that I had the thimble on at first, but then I realized I had this one, and I changed it out. So last time you saw this, I literally only had this block right here done in this little L shape, and so I've done everything else. And I worked on that several days. This is completely washing this out. So that's what I've got so far. And then the minder, coffee, because adulting. Yeah. Even though I still have, I have to drink decaf coffee right now. I mean, I guess I could drink caffeinated coffee, but it would aggravate something that I'm dealing with right now. So decaf it is. Which I think coffee is more of a habit at this point anyway. Because I still feel like I get a little bit of energy from it, even though it's decaf. And the last thing I worked on, you haven't seen this for a while. Well, I guess you haven't seen anything for a while, have you? But I pulled this out. Well, I finished this. Last time you saw this, I was still working on February. Finished February's out, and then completely did all of March. And I was going to throw this on the Q-Snap today and start on April, but I've got to go and make copies of, I've got to make a working copy of the pattern. I don't want to mess it up. Yeah. So that's where that's at so far. And then, my Perry needle miner, because I actually did have this on the Q-Snap because I was going to work on it this morning because I've been up since like 7:30 and it's a little after 12 now. Have not stitched a single stitch on anything. So I had to pull this back off the Q-Snap. But he's down here because I was going to start on April, and so I needed to pull him down a little bit. So, but that's where my Crabby all year sits. And that's all I've worked on. Obviously, this is going to stay out because I want to work on it some more. Hold on, I'll be right back. I'm going to go grab a couple of things that I forgot to grab. New stuff that I got. Okay, I'm back. I got some of these things that I want to show you first are things that came to my mom's house, and I haven't been over there in a while. So they may be old news for some people, but this is new stuff that I got. The first thing is going to be, I'm thinking this is the February fabric of the month from Under the Sea Fabrics. This is my last piece of fabric from her that was already paid for when I needed to cancel. So, but this is called Gaia or Gaia. Nice pretty blues with hints of purple in there. It's really pretty. Yeah, these things never show up the way they're supposed to. Oh, that looks a little bit better. It's really pretty fabric though. Has more of a turquoise, turquoisey light blue color mixed with little bits of a purplish or a pinkish color. Her fabrics are always like hard to pin down because they always have such beautiful colors in them. And as soon as I'm back on my feet, with a job and a place to live of my own, I'm going to see about getting back into it if I can. Okay, I love Stephanie's fabrics to death. They're always so beautiful. I've never been disappointed with Stephanie's fabrics. Yeah, I'm just gonna set this stuff right here. The next thing is another piece of fabric. My box falls off. This is the February, or no, March, right? Yeah, this is the March. I think. Yeah, that was February. Sorry. I got the March subscription fabric for the Needlecraft Corner Picture This Plus subscription. And this month's color is Picture This Plus Mellow. Very, very pale yellow. And that is not going to show. It's very pale yellow. Let's just leave it at that much. Almost like a buttery yellow. Buttery pale yellow. And I get the 40 count linen. In case you forgot. This is one subscription that I am keeping. I do still pay for this every month, and I get them to ship it to my mom's house. I still think it was funny. I originally signed up for like 28 count, and then before the sign-ups ended, I called them back and changed it to 40 count. She's like, that's quite a big difference. And I'm like, I know, I stitch on everything. I stitch on all counts. And I have a lot of samplers this year coming up, so. And finally, my last stitchy box from like January, February. It was already paid for when I called them, so. And you can see, I haven't even broke the seal yet. I haven't even opened this stuff and looked at it, so I'm going to be just as surprised. The fabric is actually similar to what I just got. This is 28 count even weave. Oh no, 28 count linen in Moon Glow by Pictures Plus. A little bit more yellow than, and it's not quite that bright yellow, but it's a little bit more yellow than Mellow is. Let's see what we got here. Technically, this is an unboxing because I haven't even looked at this stuff yet. This stuff again. Okay, we have Threadworks. Don't know what the color this is. I'm gonna get the card. Let's just go in order, shall we? Thread Gatherer Silken Colors and Flower Child. Then we have Stems, Gas Limited Edition in Stems. You're gonna be able to see that. It's a dark green, like a pine green. Then we have, right? Oh, okay. This is Threadworks, Threadworks Cotton Floss and Wild Poppies. And then Dinky Dyes Natural. I may need this for my Alessandra Adelaide, because this is what I'm doing the flower part in. Yep. So it's an off-white. It's showing up like bright white on here, but it's an off-white. You're not so totally not gonna be able to see that. But anyway. And then finally, Planet Earth Silk Ribbon in Wisteria. This is the same thing they sent in the previous one. The one that was supposed to be for the Northern Lights. This is the same thing, the same silk they sent in that. So I guess I have 2 cards of that now. I have 2 cards of ribbon that I'm not going to have anything to do with because I don't really know how to work with silk ribbon. And then embellishments. First thing, I have to make sure I get everything out. Okay. First thing is going to be a silver-plated pewter charm, double-sided butterfly. If I show you the other way. Then we have a faceted 10 by 8 millimeter glass faceted flat teardrop in purple. That's pretty. And then we have a 10 millimeter round Malaysia jade round bead. Show you the other side of it. It's kind of multicolored. Then we have a nice piece of green ribbon, which is just teal. It says teal and yellow woven ribbon, 1 foot. Oh, sorry, yeah, 1 foot. And then lastly, some fuchsia colored wool felt. So it's a pretty box. This one was a lot better than the last one, I think. Just my opinion, it doesn't mean anything. Because the inspiration was Flower Child this month. And I really like these multicolor threads and stuff. But I love Stitchy Box because the embellishments and stuff I really just don't see myself using. The only thing I was really interested in with Stitchy Box was like fabric and threads. The embellishments mean absolutely nothing to me because I don't really use a lot of embellishments in my stitching. So, and I haven't yet started FFOing anything. Next, I went to Hobby Lobby. Last couple of weeks, or starting a couple of weeks ago, some people started going into Hobby Lobby and talking about how a lot of the cross stitch was on clearance. And for a while there, I didn't think I was going to be able to get by there because I didn't really have the money to go. I didn't have any money to spend. So last week I went and I went to get the threads for my mom's piece so I could start that. And that was actually Thursday because I figured I have all these days off. I'm going to spend the entire weekend working on my mom's project. And I did. But I went there to get the floss for it. So I got a couple other things while I was there. Found a few kits. Now, my haul is not as great as some of these other people's. First thing I got was a Design Works kit called, it's called Stronger. It says you are stronger than you know. You know me. I'm not going to be doing it on that white fabric that comes with it. That one. And then I got 3 different kits by three different companies. So, and then I got an Artiste kit, with the white with the cross on it. It's like a stained glass cross. You know me, I love the stained glass look. Sorry, I'm trying to show it so it's not as much like. You get the idea. There's metallic in there. It's gonna be fun. And it does, I think it comes with even weave if I'm not mistaken. No, it's 14 count Ada. Yeah. Probably not gonna be putting it on that white. I have a thing against just putting it on white fabric. Sorry. And then finally, a Busilla kit. This is called Rose Romance. I just thought this was really pretty. And this is fully covered, I think. Or mostly covered. So I guess I'm going to be doing it on the white fabric it came with. I just thought that was really pretty. I got those. But I had also gotten some more Flossway bags. And I found these because the threads from my mom's project, there's only like 12 total. And the only rings they had were the huge, like, they had been like 2-inch rings or something, or 3-inch rings or something like that. They were the really, really big rings. The ones like, hold on, I'll show you. The only rings they had were the ones that were like this size. I don't need rings that big. Not for my mom's project, anyway. So, I said, surely they've got to have, like, another size ring for, like, the albums or something. So I went into I finally found them in the, like, where they keep the scrapbooks, albums and stuff, where you make your own photo albums and stuff. And I found these, 1.5 inch rings. They're a lot smaller. And you actually get 12 of them. You see regular price is $2.99, but they were on sale 40% off or 50% off, I think. And so these are a lot smaller. These would be good for projects that don't have a lot of colors, but you still want to ring them together. You still want to keep them together in the Flossway bags. So got a whole box of those. And then my floss and my Flossway bags. You don't need to see that. So that's what's going on with me. No new watches. I haven't really been able to watch a lot of Flosstube. Even stitching itself is hard because I don't have a lot of space to stitch. I don't have a lot of space for my stuff to sit. What you're sitting on right now is just something that I just did this morning. It's another like TV, not TV tray, but it's another table. And you're seeing me from my laptop on that table. So, but there's not really a lot of personal stuff. I know I don't like doing it where people can hear, but there's really not a lot of personal stuff right now. You know, I'm just doing me. Gone out with a couple of guys. Nothing much there. I started trying to read more. And the book that I've read, the first 2 in the series already, just since the last time I saw you, it's kind of a romance novel. It's like, it's in the romance section. But it's a little dirtier than just your standard romance. That's the books. That's the book that I've read, the entire like first 2 in the series, and I thought there was only 6 in the series, but so far there's 9 total, and I think she's still working on them. So, because the 9th one just came out in like December, I think like November, December, and the 9th one just came out. But it's really good. If you want me to talk about it in my next video, let me know, and I will let you know. It's called the Steel Brothers Saga, like the total. And it's by Helen. Her last name is Hart, Hardt. Hart. Really good books. The backstory, like the other story other than the kissy stuff, that's what sucked me in. So they are at my local library. I'm still waiting for them to get the 3rd book in, which is why I don't have it right now, or I'd probably be done with the 3rd book already. Because it only took me like a week to go through the 2nd book. A week. So, what I can talk about that I did get also, and I actually renewed this because you can see I've only gotten that far in. Right, that far in. It's called The Man from the Train. This is, if you're familiar with the Villisca Axe murder, this man right here did lots and lots of research, discovered a lot of other crimes and murders, crimes that happened in other towns, and all these other towns were along the same railway line, run by the same railway, and he connects all of these murders, including the Villisca Axe murder, to one guy riding a train through these towns, because all the murders happened within like half a mile of a train line. So if you're interested in that kind of stuff, check this book out. It's pretty cool. Um, he lots of research went into this. I can tell because he's talking about on the night of the murder. You know, they had a party and um, oh, that it was rumored that the man was cheating on his wife. That this kind of stuff, like stuff that you have to dig pretty deep in old newspapers and old files to find this stuff. Um, so go check that out if you're interested in like murder, crime, mystery, like true crime type stuff. This is written. Every chapter is a different city, basically. So far, I mean, he might start bringing this stuff together later on in the book, but so far, he's laying out the chapters as each city, each crime separately, um, to kind of pinpoint where the similarities are in these murders, so that you can see that there's a pattern of the way these crimes are committed compared to the way the Villisca murders were committed. So go check this book out. It's by Bill James, The Man from the Train. That's the only book I can really talk about right now. Like I said, if you want me to talk about the romance books, right? I'm forewarning. I'm not into romance at all. I'm not really into romance. It's not my genre. I'm into like horror, um, crime fiction, that type of thing usually. Um, Interesting historical stuff. Um, like I've also read Killing Jesus. Why are you popping up right now? Also interested in. I've also read Killing Jesus, as well as Killing England, both by um, those two guys. Go look them up. You should be able to easily find them. Killing Jesus was the most interesting read because that's a lot of historical facts, and there's a lot in that book. A lot of information in that book. Um, but I'm interested in stuff like that. I picked up a couple other books that I really haven't even touched. And I picked them up like a week and a half ago. So I'm either gonna take them back or I'm gonna try to extend it out and just like read like heck and no stitching. Um, but yeah, that's other than that, that's all that's going on with me. I can't think of anything else. I'll probably think of something else after I hit stop. No new watches. Still living with my roommate, obviously. Nothing much has changed. I'm still looking for other jobs, even though I'm working this one. It's just really hard on my body. Um, but I have in my mind that I would prefer to take on 2 part-time jobs. For some variety instead of the 1 full-time job, because even this full-time job is pays $9.50 an hour, which is not enough for trying to get an apartment of your own or a place of your own. Because if you're figuring up 30%, because a lot of apartment places, a lot of rental places, they require the rent that you're looking at to be 30% or less, approximately 30% or less of your total income. Um, and even when I was working at the other place, I was making $1 more an hour, $10.50 an hour. 30% was only $500 a month. So at $9.50, I really can't afford a place of my own. So something's going to have to change. I'm either going to have to find a different job that pays more, like a full-time job, or I'm just going to end up taking on 2 part-time jobs that pay pretty decently. And I'm looking at those. I'm looking at part-time jobs as well as good paying full-time jobs that I can get into, because I don't have a degree or anything. I have limited experience in a couple different fields, so I'm looking at jobs that I can get into entry level and be trained. That's the most difficult part. But yeah, other than that, everything is the same. I haven't I don't really have a lot of chance to do a lot of stitching. I think there's something else I feel like I needed to talk about, but I can't remember what it is. I even signed up for a company that I have this huge sticker on my back window now. For it's a subscription thing called Zoom Benefits, but it's through a company called Referral Cars, and they work with different other advertising means, and I'm supposed to get a certain amount for everybody that signs up. I've been doing it. I've had it on my car, riding around with it for like a couple of weeks now, and nobody signed up. So that's going great. What else? That's it for now. I don't want to go too long on this because I don't want to run the chance that he's going to walk in. Yeah. My son decided to move to Georgia for a while. He was going to find a job there, and cause he has more of his friends down there. But something came up. According to him, I haven't like talked to him in full about this yet, but some personal stuff came up, so he left a job that he loved, absolutely loved, that he only worked at for a few days. He's leaving, left and came back to North Carolina, so I don't know what's going on with there. The only hint about what it might be is, somebody commented on his post about it, and it was like, you can't keep running from your problems, man. And he was like, if anything, I'm running to my problems. So, I don't know what that's about. I really hope it's not about his ex-girlfriend. I know she was pregnant. I hope it ain't his. He swore up and down that she was pregnant by the other guy that she started dating. The guy that she was dating other than him. But I don't know. Maybe if I talked to him about it. So. But yeah, I guess I should wrap this up. I'm just babbling at this point. So I guess I'll try to come back later, at the end of the month, and give you my plans, my mania plans. I went over my plans for the entire year back in December, but if you would like me to come back at the end of April and give you my mania plans, then let me know and I will do that. I'm doing 15 starts in May. That's how my math worked out for all my starts. I'm still doing pretty good in keeping with just the 40 starts. I think I did change one of them that's toward the end of the year, but I think I might have said that already. I may have. I don't remember. Anyway, but that's gonna be it for me today, guys. Like I said, if you want me to come back and go over my mania plans with you, at the end of the month, then let me know. I will do that. Oh, welcome to all my new subscribers. I'm still kind of holding over 500, and I haven't forgotten about you guys. I'm still working on being able to get a giveaway together. I want to make it a good giveaway. I'm thinking about doing possibly something in conjunction with my. I kind of want to do something in conjunction with my 3-year Flosstube anniversary, which is not until August. Of course, that may be a little bit too long to wait. Or maybe I'll just probably do the one giveaway. We'll see. You know me, I like doing several giveaways at once, combining things. So, but if you want to see me, if to my new subscribers, welcome. To my returning subscribers, thank you so much for continuing to watch me. I know I've kind of fell off recently, not by choice. It's only because this whole situation right here, and I'm not really getting much chance to do a lot of stitching. On an average day, I may be lucky to get in a couple of hours, but that doesn't happen every day. So not much stitching gets done. So, and I'm hoping to, plus I'm not crazy about this whole situation right here. It's just a little bit harder for me to do videos because he doesn't work, and because he has to take care of his dad and stuff, so he doesn't work, so he's home most of the time, and it's hard for me to get a time in to do a video when I'm actually prepared, when I actually have some stitching to show. So, logging off finally. Thank you guys for watching me so much. I really do appreciate all my subscribers. I know I never say it, but I do. I appreciate every single one of you. And until I see you again, have a great stitchy week. Have a blessed week. Get lots of stitching in, and I will see you guys soon. Bye.